This is in the performance review. I forgot I added these slides. I'm going to go real fast. Special contribution at the very top, which is a one-of-a-kind accomplishment that is stellar, to the bottom. Unsatisfactory, not doing so great at all, needs lots of work, and everything in between. So you've got that. Does it print okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here's my grid. I knew it was somewhere. I thought, where'd it go? I was supposed to have a handout. No, it's in the presentation. And you see how we've used, these are the values of our organization. We've explained those to people, and this goes out. We wrap it up in the final report. The important part of any performance review, which not only deals with competency, but also deals with just general satisfaction with the job. Describe the most critical responsibilities and expectations you have to your role. This is the piece that only the employee completes. Okay, this is their personal opportunity to write a narrative, and not, they do rank themselves though. They rank themselves first, as do the other individuals. So we're now comparing their own view of themselves against everyone else who had this, used the same form. But this is the piece specific to the employee. Giving examples where appropriate. Characterize how you fulfilled your responsibilities. Describe your most significant accomplishments. What competencies do you wish to improve over the next year? Okay, this is the chance for them to tell you, as the supervisor or the ED or whoever you are, what needs to happen. I love this one. In your view, what impediments need to be removed? What's stopping you from achieving your goals and building your competencies? And here's the process. First, the employee completes the review, then the other stakeholders complete the form, and then the employee reviews that with the staff, with the supervisor, and we discuss the findings. So, in less than an hour, we have described the meaning of competency. You now have a list of competencies to build on and to draw on, and you're going to see, as you look at individual jobs, that there will be competencies within that job that are not on that list. You now know the elements of a typical HR cycle, which sometimes you're going to see it plotted as 20 steps, but for our purposes is 5, combining all of those elements. You've got a model for developing a job description, and you have some strategies for recruiting, selecting, and evaluating your employees based on competence, and some tools. And I know I have found since 1992 that I use competencies as the core of my HR. It just is a much better way for me to manage and see growth and transition among jobs and development within jobs, changes within jobs. So I have no HR background. I should have said that at the beginning. Absolutely no HR background except as a generalist for the last 25 years. And as a teacher at the college, they actually put enough faith in me that they allowed me to teach their students. Because it's tricky for those of us who are not trained HR professionals. A, to find the time, and B, to find a process that works. One last cartoon. Except for the people, the hours, the work, and the stress, and the pay, this is the best job I ever had. Isn't that great? I hear that in literacy all the time. Except for all that, here I still am, right? We never leave. I've tried to leave twice. I keep coming back. Okay, so that's me. Not only am I the ED, but I do other things on the side, including a little bit of consulting and also a move management business where we help seniors downsize, organize, and move. So, thank you for your time and attention. We actually finished under time. And are there any questions before we finish up?
I just have a question about performance reviews. We have 25 tutors that work in 25 different libraries. So we don't actually supervise them. I visit them twice in the 8-week period. What would you suggest would be a good way to do like a performance review? Like they could do it.
Yep.
They can do their own. But
Do they have job descriptions?
They do, yeah.
Look at the job description. Do you have the competencies listed there?
Yeah.
Pull out what, ask the group.
I guess I don't see them demonstrating competencies.
Who does?
I guess the library staff may, the parents may.
How about the learners?
They're young children.
Oh, they're young children. Any suggestions for the lady? That's a tricky one.
You might be able to get some feedback from the parents in regards to
Parents?
any improvements in the children's behavior or others.
Yeah, we do a parent evaluation, but again, their parents not there when the tutor's actually tutoring.
Yeah, that's tricky.
So it's hard to, we know we've had a couple of problem tutors, but we can't actually fire them because we don't have any focus group with the kids.
Focus group with the kids. Focus group with the tutors.
They tutor, like, is it just one tutor? Or
It's
do they-
one-on-one tutoring. Usually they're maybe even in a separate room in the library.
We do fire volunteers.
You fire volunteers, yeah. Those of us who have done that in the
Well, these
past.
are paid tutors.
Paid tutors.
Yeah.
Well, then they should be able to be fired, right?
But I understand that if you're firing someone, you have to have, you have to be able to
Just
say.
cause.
just
No.
cause.
No.
Check your employment standards. You can fire as provided you provide proper termination pay or time in lieu of the termination pay. Employment Standards Act, we could do a week on employment standards.
Okay.
You can. Don't suggest you hire a lawyer because
Yes.
if you have an employment lawyer in your back pocket, they are worth their weight in gold, but they are very, very expensive. And I always say that money was well spent, not only in solving the problem I had, but preventing so many more. But the Employment Standards Act is online and is quite clear. It's not a very difficult legal language. And Ontario Employment Standards Act, you can let anyone go at any time, provided they receive proper notice and or termination pay in lieu of that notice.
Right.
What's that?
Do with the technology component piece.
What's that?
When I typically hire somebody, I ask for all resumes to be sent to me online
Perfect.
only.
Yeah.
And then I can actually see what kind of skills they have in terms of using computer, email,
point.
document use, that type of thing.
That's a very good, it's a test. It's part of the test. And I left the whole issue of testing and interviewing out as part of the interview process. You can determine whatever test you want done as part of that process. I know often I will whittle my final 3 candidates down to 3 and then give them all a take-home test. Come back in 48 hours with a development plan fully thought out for this event. Then I'll make my decision on whether they're competent enough to run it for me. Okay, so if you haven't got your evaluations, I think you do, maybe? Okay, thank you very much.